everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guess what we're doing? We are going live on Instagram and Facebook again. We're doing another grand experiment. So hello Instagram, hello Facebook. If anybody's here, well, you guys are, you're either waiting for me or you're in here now. If you have Instagram, check and see if I'm there. I see myself. So let's see what happens. I think we're looking good. What do we think, Nikki?
Okay. We are good. Yes.
Yeah. I think we are. All right. Yay. Good. So we're gonna try this. Woo! We're gonna see how many channels we can be on.
Mm-hmm. And you should see what it looks like behind the cameras.
Oh, I know. I wanted to somehow turn things around.
We have a whole like shop back there, and it's a very small space, and so it's kind of precarious too.
We are into this. We are learning
the things we do for you.
It's so much fun.
This is great.
Yeah, so our newest thing is we have this killer tripod.
Yes.
Like a really beefy professional tripod up and down, and so he's back there. And then
we got a new mount.
A mount.
It's a cell phone mount.
Yeah.
We named him Brad.
So,
because we could never remember the name, so his name is now Brad.
Yeah.
So Brad is holding my phone.
Yeah. And then we have 2 cell phones. We have a ring light and then a laptop.
2 laptops.
Woohoo!
We have this. We have.
Oh no, we've got 2 laptops. I don't even know what we have.
Gotta make sure everything is looking good.
Instagram is vertical. Facebook is horizontal.
Yeah. So we needed to handle that, but it looks like we're all good everywhere.
Okay.
And so yes, everybody, let us know.
Time for you all to check in. We're very excited here, so this is a moment, another technical leap forward. But and I really like the way the red looks.
It looks.
I might have to wear red more often.
I think you should.
Yeah, because this looks good on both.
I'm slightly biased. Red is one of my favorite colors, so I'm gonna say yes on that.
So check in.
Yes,
let us know. Yep, if you can see and hear. If you happen to be able to get on Instagram, go to my what am I?
Meleah and Co.
Meleah and Co. See if you can find me and see if I'm up there, because that would be really helpful if you could let us know.
That would be great.
And we're gonna get started. Tonight is side, side, center. So it's, every now and then I do techniques for creating combinations and choreography. So this is, we've done a few, right?
Yeah,
different.
They're very useful.
I can't remember what they were.
There was one where you did the following of the trail and the directions, and that was one of them. Yeah. That was really cool. And then you did a 1, 2, 3 accents on 4.
Right, that's a really good technique.
Yeah.
So today, side, side, center. So it's super easy and simple, and it's effective. It looks actually really, really good. So I'm going to start the music. We're going to do Frank Lazaro, Middle-Earth, the Lavender album tonight.
Very nice. While you do that, I'm just going to double check everything back here and try not to be on camera in the wrong way.
I think you can stick your head over there.
Oh, we have Kevin on Instagram.
Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
And then on Facebook, we have Miriam and Susan.
Oh, hi, Miriam. Hi, Susan.
And Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
And Michelle.
And Michelle. Okay, we're doing good. We have a crew. How's it look?
Yeah, looks good.
All right, so feet apart, stomach in nice big hip circles.
And Tracy told us that yes, she can see us on Instagram.
Oh, she can. Oh, good. All right. Thank you, Tracy. This is great. Yeah, I don't. Does it? Well, I know Facebook. It stays as a post. Does it stay?
Well,
where does it live?
That one. I have the highlights on IGTV. I forgot.
Okay.
But it's one of those 2 we can make it live. So we
I'm gonna
share it that way.
Look, then after class, I'm gonna look in IGTV. See if we're there. us there. Lucia's Dynamic Nights of Middle Eastern Dance on Facebook Live tomorrow at 6:30. So you'll see each of us and then a bunch of other wonderful dancers. Way over. Okay, hold. Bring it back, reach forward, elongate your spine. Look at the floor. I'm going to look at you, but you look at the floor. There you go. Now reach, reach, reach. Long, long, long spine. Other side. Reach. And spread. And up. Oh, my, my, my. Oh, yeah. A little sore today. All right, over the top. Over the top. And to the side. Nice wide base with your legs, stomach tucked in. Now we're going to slide the ribs. Slide, 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 slide. There we go. Reach long with your rib cage. Good. Now we're going to reach forward. So feet apart, toes forward, hips to the back, flat back. Reach forward, arms in second. Hold it there. Now squeeze your glute muscles into back, coming up and down. And up. And down. And up. One more. Squeeze it up. Good. All right, shake out your legs. We're going to do a little bit of shimmy. So straight legs.
You comment.
I'm going to hold this. Move your knees. Back and forth. Just your knees. All right? Not your hips. Just your knees. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth.
Oh, we have some more people.
Oh, good.
We have Bren.
Do we have a
and
party?
Abby.
Yay!
And Genevieve.
Bren, Abby, Genevieve, welcome.
And Anton says, hi, Meleah.
Hi, Anton. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Good, good. Nice vibration using the knees. All right, while that's happening, let's try a little bit of layering, and we'll move into our combination techniques. So, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hand, wave down. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Couple more. All right, now if you really want to go for it, try alternating the arms. We need another arm class.
Yeah, I think so. I was just thinking about
We've
that
done
today.
a lot of arm classes. They're all on my YouTube channel. It's under Meleah Nelson on YouTube. There's over 60 classes there.
Yeah.
And there's quite a few on arms, but I think I'm going to do another one because I think we need it. Yeah,
Big.
yeah. So maybe on Wednesday we'll do an arm class. All right, bring it down. Shake out the legs, walk it out. All right, so let's just look at some combinations that use the side-side center technique, and it's pretty self-explanatory, I think. I'm pretty sure. You're going to do something to the side, something to the side, and something to the middle, right? So we're just going to use different parts of the body, and usually it's a 4 count, so it's side, side, center, so it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 would be whatever you're doing. You do some side movement for a count, a side movement for a count, and then the middle movement would be 2 counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that can apply to so many body parts. It's so easy, and it makes creating combinations really fun because you're like, oh, I can do this, oh, I can do this. I mean, there's so many parts. I'm just going to show you some, and then I'm sure you'll come up with some on your own as well.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you first a couple that I'm doing in my little dance for tomorrow in the show, in the opening, this little combination. That's what actually got me to do this class, because I was going over that. I go, hey, that's a really good technique. Side, side, center is really easy and fun, and it's a low stress way to make your own combination. I'll just show you what I did. All right, so we're going a side figure 8, which is vertical, which is called a Meleah. Right, so you lift your hip up, over, down, and in, up, over, down, and in. This is a bit, if you're new to belly dance or just getting started, this is a more intermediate move, but there will be more classes breaking these down more thoroughly. Right now we're just going to put them together as combinations, and I'll explain them as we go. But this particular move is tricky. I think everybody has a bit of a hard time with this one. It eventually gets there, but just give yourself some patience and some love, because your body is kind of going, huh, what am I doing? So your hip goes up, goes out, goes over, down, and back to the center. So when I teach this move real quick, we just start with one circle on one hip. You split your body left and right, you do one circle, and then one circle on the other side. Yeah, that's it. Good. So we're going to do 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. Good. And if you notice, you can see my feet. I'm lifting my heel, so the heel comes up to lift the hip. All right? But it doesn't have to. If you're a little more intermediate, you've been doing this a while, put your heel down, use the muscle in your stomach, squat down lower, push the leg up, push the hip up, contract your waist, and over you go. And it looks super cool, right? This is the famous Shakira move, right? Yep. We love this. It actually feels really good on your intestines. So we're going to do these. Now the one I did for my little thing, I believe it was using the heel. So what we're going to do is add some body waves. All right, so we have body wave up to down and a body wave down to up. All right, so up to down, bring your chest forward and then lift it up. Contract as you come in with your ribs, contract your diaphragm, your navel, and your lower abs. And then start again. Ribs forward, ribs up. As you come back, contract diaphragm, navel, lower abs. Forward, up, back, and down, 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 forward, up, back, and down, 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 up, back, and down, 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 forward, lift, and back, and down, down, down. There we go. And that is a body wave, undulation, stomach wave. You can name it all kinds of things. Typically, if it's a stomach wave, you're not going to do so much of the body. You're just going to wave your abs a little, right? Just do that. You try to isolate the abs. If it's an undulation, that's the same thing as a body wave. They're the same idea. And then we start using the ribs, and we start releasing the hip, and the whole body goes. And that movement, where the stomach movement is best done from the front so that you can see it. The undulation of the body wave looks really good from the side because you also undulate through your spine. So your spine pushes back, 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 and then the tailbone goes at the end. So it's kind of cool looking. So that's the top to bottom. And then the bottom to top is taking the pelvis way down, pelvic floor, all the way down, contract, lower, and then lower abs contract, and your tailbone goes under, and your pelvic bone, pubic bone goes up high. It's kind of like you're trying to take the pubic bone and pick it up and put it in your belly button. Of course, it's not going to make it, but you just aim for that, right? So it's an up and an in motion, up and in. So up and in, contract the navel, contract the diaphragm, and then you're here. That's a lovely look.
Yeah, that's a great look.
It's great posture. So, and then you wave through that by lifting your ribs, and then you get tall again. So I usually sit down a little bit, pelvic floor, lower pelvis, middle, diaphragm, ribs, up. So down to up, down to up, and down to up. Okay? So that is the wave from down to up. Now, we're going to put our side, center with that, okay? So, on both ends, we're going to do ribs and we're going to do hips. So, what did I do? Let me think.
Maya.
Maya. Okay.
That much I can remember.
Yep. So, we're going Maya, up to down. Side, center. So, side, center. Simple, right? Assuming you know the moves, right? You're just learning the moves. Is what? What's happening?
Not
but
so
yeah, everything comes. Don't worry. It's all. It'll get there eventually. So side, center. So what are the counts again? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. 2 counts in the middle. 1 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, so let's do it again. Let's reverse everything. So instead of having the Maya, which is a vertical figure 8 on the down, that's one that goes over and down, which we just did. There is a vertical figure 8 that goes up and in. Up and in, and you still lift your heel, but rather than starting up, over, and down, you're going to reverse it. You're going to go down, over, and up and in, right? This one is actually pretty natural for the body, I have to say. This one, most people get just like that, right? It's pretty simple. So, out, up, and it's a nice sway. And you can see my hips, they're making the shape of a figure 8, right? They're making an 8. And if you are wanting to help guide, use your hands, because they push. So as this hand comes up, the other hand comes down, and you can help your 8 happen. You can draw it with your hands. Your brain is directly connected to your hands, right? Brain, hands, they go together. So whatever you want your body to do, you just put your hand there and push it and tell it what to do, and it makes it a lot more sense. Your body understands quite well, and it happens quicker when you use your hands. And then as soon as you get it, right, you have to release. Otherwise, you're only going to be able to do the move with your hands. So you have to let go at some point. All right, so there's our figure 8 vertical on the up, okay? So our combination now is going to be, everything is opposite. So that was over, up to down. So this is going to be under, down to up, right? Everything backwards, right?
All right.
Over, up to down, under, down to up.
Okay.
Okay, so let's do the under part. So start whatever hip you want, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the only trick, well, there's a few tricks, is that you're going to be lifting and contracting your waist, and then when you're finished, you stay bent, go right into that low pelvis, contract, boom, 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 up, right? So you're kind of going waist, pelvis, up, right? It just has to flow, side, center. All right, so let's try again. Figure 8, up, down to up, figure 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, da, 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 or 1, 2, 3, 4. It depends on the tempo of your music and how you want to count. But the sides take a certain amount of time, the middle takes twice. Now we'll put them together. Yes, we will. Okay. So this one, again, the hips don't matter. Whatever hip you want to start on, mix it up, start on the same both times, alternate, it doesn't matter. But you're going to go over and up to down the first time, and then under and down to up the second time. All right, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you do it? Did it work? I think it did. Do you think it did?
I think so.
I think it probably but let's do it a few more times. All right, so here we go. Over, over, up to down, under, under, down. I'm just switching my hips around all over the place. Just trying different feelings. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So that's an easy, well, simple, not easy, right?
Yes.
Simple.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's not that easy if you don't know the steps. So, but the concept is easy. So let's take that and move it to the ribs. All right. So if you can do a figure 8 on your hips, you can do a figure 8 on your ribs. Typically, the hips have two that we're doing vertical, right? There's horizontal 8s parallel with the floor. There's vertical 8s that are parallel with the wall in front and back of you, all right? So these are vertical 8s. On the hip, on vertical, we have two direct, well, we can do all kinds of stuff, but we can go over and we can go under. On the ribs, you can go over, it just doesn't look as good. It's okay, right? Right, that's over, but the one we use the most, do we use this now?
I don't choose to use
I use this as a conditioning, as a coordination exercise. So if I'm teaching ribs, we do an 8, and I say take that side and go up, over, up, over. In other words, do the Maya that I just showed you, right, with your ribs. But dance-wise, I don't see this very often, and it's not all that great, but it's important to do it. So we're going to do it in a second here, just for a little bit. So then when we do the other one, so it's going to be the cousin of the under. So now this one we do. So drop your right side, go out, up. Now just slide your ribs diagonal, straight across, diagonal, down to the opposite corner. Take it up and slide to the opposite corner. Around, up, and slide, around, up, and slide, up, slide, around and up, slide, around, and slide, around, and slide. Now smooth that out, and you have a vertical figure 8 with your ribs. Now, you have to keep the hips from joining in the party, right? Because they want to do that. This is another move, right? This is a figure 8, full body, vertical figure 8, full body, better known as the snake, right? Which we're not doing right now. Can we? Of course we can, but we're not. We're just doing the rib part. We're isolating. So I usually try to widen my base, take the stomach, tuck in, tailbone under, whoop, pull in and down with the tailbone. Hold it right there, and then start by dropping a rib and starting the 8. And you just try your best to hold your hips down into the floor. It's not always perfect, that's okay. A little movement is fine. But for the most part, we try to just do the ribs. Now, what you want to avoid is doing the whole move with your shoulders, right? That happens a lot because this group of muscles in here is not as coordinated as the rest of you. So, especially if you're just kind of learning this move or it's tricky for you, so give your shoulders a rest, because when you come here, the other one's going to try to push like this, and you're going to end up doing this shoulder creation of some kind. So let them rest down, slide, and around we go. Because see, when your rib comes up, the shoulder goes up, it comes with it, but you don't want to add extra push. Try to keep the shoulder down as much as you can. So there's our side figure 8, rib cage, vertical, right? Okay, so what's the center going to be? You're right. Up to down. You got it. I heard you.
I got it.
I think so, yeah. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes? Yes. Okay. Yes. So you can see, same, right? Same. You're just doing the same idea. And then, of course, we have to put them together because
Well,
it's what we do.
Yeah, we have to.
We have to.
We gotta do it.
Yeah, all right, so I'm just gonna pick things, okay? So let's start with the second one we did, under, under, up, because that gets, I do like to follow a trail. It's not always essential, but it is easier on your mind if you do something and then go up here. So all right, now I'm in my ribs. So the next move should be in the ribs rather than starting somewhere else. It's a little easy for the brain to process. So I kind of like that trick as well. So let's go from the hips, up, up, down to up, and then rib, rib, up. Woo, this is good. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And of course you can start the other way. You can start with your ribs, go down, hips, go up. But it's a nice little traveling move, and then that becomes its own combination. So rather than a combination with 4 counts, you have a combination with 8. All right? So let's start with the ribs and do it for 8 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sense? Yes?
Yes.
We got it. Okay.
Good. I'm going to just double check things back here.
All right. Now, let's see what else we can do. Okay, let's do something a little more staccato. So we're going to do hips and pelvis and ribs. All right, this one's also very simple, simple to remember. So, I have a hairball. I think I have a hairball. So you just have to hit your hip side, and then we'll do pelvic tuck, and we'll do a rib lift. Boom, right? So it's going to be more sharp and more staccato rather than smooth and slinky. All right, so it'll go side, side, center. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So the pelvic tuck is just a sharp contraction of the lower abs, the transverse abdominis, and a little bit of your obliques. You just go in, right? Boom. And you try your very, very best not to squeeze your butt. That's the tricky part.
Yeah, it is.
Is it going to squeeze a little bit? Probably. It probably will, but just try, because what you don't want is, right? You don't want to squeeze your butt and just slam your hips forward, because that's not a tuck. We want the pelvis to physically tuck, so the top goes up, right? Up and up and up, and that's a whole other class as well, exploring the pelvis, right?
Right.
We get into that as well. But pelvic tuck, right? And then the ribs, you're just going to, so we can lift and drop our ribs with our diaphragm and our upper back muscles and through the shoulder blades. So we just lift it. So pelvis lifts, rib lifts. Pelvis lifts, ribs lift. Yeah. All right? Interesting. Oh, that's why. Okay. Like the pelvis lifts, but the ribs lift. It's because ribs are plural. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I was going to say ribs lifts as well. All right, so let's hit our hips, side, side, pelvis, rib. And a little bit lower, side, side, pelvis, rib, side, side, pelvis, rib. That's 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so if you want to do the reverse, and the reverse is always fun, right? What would you do? 1, 2, 3, right? But then you can't get down to your pelvis, so you have to go So this one is a little different of a trail. So sometimes, because of the way the rib looks, we give it another count where we go 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't quite go all the way down. Side, side, up, down. Sometimes looks a little bit better. So try both sides on your ribs. Side, side, up, down, side, side, up, down, side, side, up, down, side, side, up, down. Yeah? All right, so hip and then rib. Side, side, pelvis, rib, 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 up, down. So that's how you can kind of use those together. You don't necessarily have to go to the same place you started, but those two, I think, you like those?
Yeah, I think those, like that way.
Boom, 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 boom. All right, so our 4 count becomes an 8 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Good. So simple little moves, right? Side, side, center. Works really, really well. All right, let's try. Oh yeah, okay. So let's see. Let me just read. Okay, so this is an 8 count, right? We're going to do 2 sets of sides. So instead of hip, hip, well, we are going to put that in there. Hip, 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 hip. But we're also going to do 3/4, 3/4. So we're going to do 3/4, 3/4, side, side. One after the other, all right? So shimmying on one, 3/4 shimmy, stepping on one foot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And that's another class we need to have, is breaking down that 3/4 shimmy and really drilling it and getting that. We've done one, but it's been a long time.
Yeah, it was quite a few months ago.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's a 3/4 in a very short nutshell. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hit, hit. Now pelvis, there's a lot you can do. I have chosen for this one the pelvic roll, okay? Because it's one of my faves. It's one of my favorite moves ever is the forward roll with, I love this move so much, and it really feels good in the body. It's super good. It's a killer ab conditioner. Better than most any crunch sit-up kind of a thing. This wins. Wins. Because it's all contraction. All right, so you have to contract, lift, and go forward all at the same time. So I'm going to stand on a diagonal. So we're going to go in, up, forward, and down. So if this is your hip right here, it's going forward like so, right? So it goes up, over, and under. It is completely counterintuitive to most every brain. It's just not. And so a lot of times you'll say that you're doing it, you feel like you're doing it, but you're not. So I'm going to show you, since I can't see you exactly, I'm going to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? All right, now let's look at the good, and then I'll show you the common mistakes, and then you can feel that in your own body, catch yourself, right? If I'm coaching, I'll say, reverse, reverse, because most times people are doing it the other way. So this is a forward roll, right? There's also the reverse roll underneath, which is more of an undulation, okay? And that one feels really good as well. But it becomes it's very natural for the body. The pelvic roll going forward is not natural at all. You really have to think this, and once you get it, you love it. But it's just, it takes a little effort. So pelvis, in, up, over, down, in, up, over, down, in, up, over, down, in, up, over, down. Now roll in, up, over, down, in, up, over, down, up, over, down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now speed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Good. All right, so if you're doing this, you're going to feel, right? The whole lower pelvis region just goes, it turns on, like, okay, I'm firing, I am good. Okay? And the trick on this one is to make it work, the first move is in, right? So you have to pull your pelvis in, which shifts your hips slightly back. So that's always the beginning. Back, then you go up. So you go back up before anything happens. Back up. Now forward. Because a lot of times people just start, right? They just want to get going on it. And so this is the bad, right? So what they do, this is what it's supposed to be, right? This is what it ends up being. The complete opposite, right? Is this lovely? Of course, it's beautiful. It's the lower half of it's the lower half. Here's our, and if we backtrack, rewind, undulation up to down, it's that. It's the bottom half of your undulation up to down. Do I feel like I'm making a circle? Yep. Am I going forward and over? No, I'm not. Right? Now watch, I'll switch. You see the difference? So the feeling is, right? That's the feeling. It's for, okay, so you have to feel that. This is, right? That feels, everything pulls in. The pelvic roll forward is over, right? So you have to really push for that. You got to really be persistent, all right? So roll, roll. Let's just do that a little bit. This is a great move to drill on your own. Oh, yes. You do about 20 of these, and your stomach is just so good. Also, if you feel this in that lower back, your erector spinae, and the lower parts of your waist and spine, you're doing it right. Right? You get kind of achy there, you get kind of sore.
For sure.
Yeah, because taking your back here and tucking up takes your pelvis and takes your tailbone under. That opens up and lengthens the base of your back, and it also makes those muscles work, and they're not super used to doing that, so they get a little achy and they get a little sore. So you only want to do it for, maybe 5 or 6 minutes and then move on to something else, because we don't want anything. This is really sore from yesterday. Yeah. Yep. A lot of things happen.
Yep.
All right, so pelvic roll, forward. There we go, nice. All right, so let's go back. So we're doing 2 3/4 shimmies, 2 hip pushes, and 2 pelvic rolls, I think. I think that's what we're doing. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what we're doing. Okay.
All right.
And we're going to walk with the pelvic roll. So it's going to be walk, walk. Okay. So shimmy, shimmy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Single, single. Roll, roll. Yeah. Good. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We give the roll 2 counts. When you do something sensual like that, it's just whoop, whoop. I don't think that quick looks that good. I don't want 7, 8. It's just too much. I want to see the muscles. I want to see what's going on. So I always give those extra counts. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pelvic roll stepping back. Tricky.
It's one of the coolest things.
It looks super good, but it's super tricky. So you're rolling forward, right? I'll put my arms out of the way. Rolling forward. Now, as you go forward, you step forward, okay? But now, as you roll forward, step back, 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 back. And I'm off the screen. Bye. All right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Yes. Good. All right. So let's try it again. Forward and back.
And backwards.
Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Walk forward. Walk and shimmy, shimmy. Single, single. Back, back. One more set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what can happen when you go back? The body wants to change, right? Yeah. And it'll go exactly. So So you might go forward like this, and then all of a sudden you're doing this backwards. Right? You do the other one. It's not wrong. It's just not what we're doing, right? But you could. Why couldn't you? Do shimmy, shimmy, walk, walk, back, back. Does it fit our criteria? Of course. It's side, side, center. It's exactly what it is. I'm just showing you the other one. But feel free to throw that in there. That's another combination that you can do.
There we go.
And roll forward on the front and roll back on the way back. It would look great. It would look really good. Okay, let's see. We've also got, a body thing. All right, a big, big figure eight. Big, big figure eight. Using arms, right? And then we're going to do a body melt. We had this class a little while ago. And a flip of the hair, okay? So let's look at the figure eight. This is a vertical figure eight, a horizontal figure eight, parallel to the floor, and we're just going to match the 8 with our arms. So your hip will come forward and around to the back, forward and around to the back. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. You bring your feet together. I'm going to turn so you can see. When you melt, you lift your ribs, you arch your back. We're going to do this slow. Arch your back, come down with an arch, round your back, come up with a round back, and the head comes up last. The head goes down last, and the head comes up last. I'm doing it with the feet together. You can stagger your feet either way, whatever's comfortable. So, melt, down, round, up. The degree of down is up to you and the speed of your music. If it's really slow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If it's faster, 1, 2, 3, 4. If it's faster, 1, 2. Okay? All right, so ours is faster. So we're going to do, what are we going to do? Da, da, da. So it's 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? So it's a figure eight, melt, head flip. Yeah?
All right.
All right, simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, melt and flip. Good. One more. 2, 2, 2, melt and flip. Nice. And you can edit that for all kinds. It can be faster flip, slower flip, something very sensual, something quick. It doesn't matter. It's all good. It's just a side, and a center. All right? That's what we're after. Okay. Let's see what else I have for you. Down. Oh, I think we already did this. Let me see. Down. Okay. I'm just figuring out what I'm doing here. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, okay. So I think what I was going to do was going to be a hip, side, side, ami. So side, side, center. Instead of side, side, pelvis up and down, side, side, hip circle, a little tiny one called an ami. Side, side, ami, wave up, rib cage circle, side, side, up, wave down. Is I think what we were doing. It's just to throw a few things together and show you how they look. They're really pretty together. So hip push, side, side, ami, 2 of them, wave up, rib circle, and then slide, side, side, up, and just wave straight down. So you can really have fun. If you just put in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 moves. 6 moves on your hips and on your ribs. You got to slide, you got to up, down, and you got to circle, right? And your hips, you got to side, you got to up, down, and you got to circle. And getting in between those, you can have a field day. You can just go crazy because that's your side, side. The circle will count as a center. The wave down and the wave up will count as a center. And this is a side, side, and this is an up, down. So you just have at it, right? So I just threw that in there just to show you they really play nicely together. So hip, side, side. Let's do pelvis up, down, and ami. Now wave up, ribs up, down, go side, side, go circle, wave down. See, I'm just making it up. It's all good. So now start with the ami, circle, go up. We've done this one, circle, go down. Now side, side, circle, up, side, side, circle, down. If you want to be really consistent, do the same thing on the top and the bottom. Sometimes that's a little easier for the brain to remember. It's just do the same, or you can totally mix it up. But you can go up and down quite a few times and have a grand old time with that. All right, let's see. I think I have one more. Big A, na, da, 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 da. Oh yeah, this is an arm one, super easy. Arm wave, side, side, center. Okay. It's going to be just an arm pattern. Nothing, you can put it with the body move or just the arms by themselves. So it's going to be an arm wave and an arm wave. So we have arm waves that are all the way up. We have them halfway up. And then we have them just in the mid-range, right? So this one is in the mid-range. 1, 2, because they need to come in, palms up, flip, up above your head, wrists together, okay? And then melt down. So side, side, center, flip, right? Same idea, side, side, center. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So make sure when you bring your hands together, the palms are up and they don't hang out there very long. This is not what we're trying to do. It's not, right? It's just the beginning. So right away, flip, bring your fingers in like you're pulling something towards you. Go through the hole. Now, as soon as you get flipped, the wrists are already touching. So just bring that above your head. When you bring your arms up, shoulders back, chest lift, and then drop your shoulders into place. So you will not be up here, right? You won't have your shoulders lifted, and there will be a lot of space around your head, and your elbows will bend, right? So don't worry about being straight. All right, try it on either side. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah?
Nice.
Looks good.
Very nice.
I like it. All right, so what if we did 1, 2, 3, and 4? And we added the body wave. We did our side, side, center on the bottom, and we did it with the arms.
All right.
So this is a little more challenging, but it's a good place to end. So do you remember side, side, wave, up? We also did side, side, pelvis, rib. But since this is kind of a smooth thing, I picked a smooth body move to go with it. So side 8, roll down to up. Now if you feel more comfortable doing the side on the up, by all means, do that one. Side, side, down to up. So while that's happening, side, side. All right, now get ready to roll your stomach down to up. Hands come up, and they end up above your head. So it all works together. Super pretty. All right, let's try it a few times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Nice. Try that. If you can do both 8s on your hip, try the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. All right. That feel,
yeah.
It's a little more for the brain.
It totally is for the brain, because somewhere between the bottom and the top of the undulation, I think I lose it just a tiny bit.
Yeah, kind of.
Right around this area.
Yeah.
It's
Yep, but also remember, this is on the top half. So when you're here, you can be starting your wave and then you can finish it. So it goes wave, 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 arm. It doesn't have to be at the same time. In fact, I think it looks better if you wave a little bit and then, because then it's traveling up the body, right? So let's try it a couple more different 8s if you can, and see if you can delay the arms a bit. It'll be easier on the body, and you'll end up with a better wave. And remember, Go up, but don't go here. Don't go too high. Also, see what happens to my ribs? They lift. When your ribs are all stretched out and this is all tight, you can't wave. You can't wave at all, right? So you can only lift your arms because you have to be able to do a stomach wave, right? And so your ribs have to be where they belong, okay? So don't lift your ribs, only lift your arms. Okay, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that one felt good. Is that better?
I think so.
I did more traveling.
I think so.
Yeah. And again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Aha.
No, that one was lost.
All right, let's do another one.
Completely.
That's no do-over.
Do-over, yes, please.
And 1, 2, wave, 3, and 4. That felt better. I have to dip and really concentrate to get that stomach. Because once the arms go, the stomach's kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know where. There's no way it can go.
Yeah, it doesn't want to go. But again, just the arms, not the ribs, so that you can do that. In fact, when you learn stomach waves and undulations, we can learn with them hands up here on top of our head, because you have to do this both directions and learn to lift your arms and then not lift your shoulders, right? And not lift your ribs. So when you get used to that, it's better. It's just usually when arms go up, ribs go up, and shoulders go up. But we need to pull everything down. All right, that felt so nice, everyone.
Very nice.
Thank you. I think that was really good. I feel good. Hopefully you feel good. We've got some new ideas and some fun things that you can try. And the principle is super simple, so you run with it and just think of other things that you can do, side, center yourself all over the place. There's all kinds of ideas. It's just a little beginning. So, we're good?
We are good.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a few things that we need to remind everybody
Okay,
of.
do we have any questions that we need to answer?
I don't think so.
Okay, all
I
right.
think we're good, yes.
All right, so thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you again on Wednesday at 7:30. And the reminders that I can remember are to tune in to Lucia's Dynamic Nights of Middle Eastern Dance for tomorrow's show at 6:30. It's a lot of local dancers performing, including the two of us. And then subscribe to my YouTube channel, because we're posting new videos all the time. And they're all in albums, or what are they called? They're
Playlists.
Playlists, yeah, they're in playlists. So you're gonna have, is it Belly Dance with Meleah?
Yeah.
So that's where the classes live. But there's also beauty series. As you know, I do makeup and hair, so there's beauty and hair, and there's weddings, and you can get lost in there. There's some very fun videos. And then I have some performance videos in there as well. So those are my two things. What do you have?
I was just going to say about the show, and the show info is on your feed. So
yeah, it's
all
on
info's on there, and
yeah.
it's going to be on Facebook Live. So just look for that info.
Yep.
And tune in, and it's free. That was the other
Yes,
part.
it is. It
free.
is. Yes, of course.
Donations appreciated, but it is a free show.
Yeah, it is. All right.
And then, do you have another class? No, you've had your.
I have my beginning series
classes
next week. So yeah, I've got one more. I'm doing a 3-week beginning series for December. I have one more class left next Thursday through Eventbrite. So if you're interested in that, you can direct message me, or I will post that link again. And you can take that last class if you want to get a little more of an intro to belly dance, more of a beginning level, more explanation, more basic moves, so you can feel more comfortable moving.
Yeah.
All right?
Oh, and then you take requests if there's something that you want to learn. That was the other thing.
Yeah, we've had a couple of our buddies say, hey, I want to learn this. I want to do more of this. So yes, if there's more things that you want, that you want to cover, just put them in there, and we're going to do it. Yeah. So I love to take requests. All
right, I'm going to go this way so I can...
Oh yeah, you have to
shut it down.
This might take a while.
This operation.
Which one are you gonna do first?
I think we'll do the Facebook first.
Okay, so we'll say goodnight on Facebook, and then we'll say goodnight on Instagram. Bye, everybody.